Eagle Nation, what is good? What is good? How can you not be pumped after that first half of football? The Eagles are absolutely handing it to the New York Giants. We are going to break down the entire first half, and we will look forward as the Eagles are 1/2 away from the NFC Championship, man. Let's go. Let's go. That is what I call an old-fashioned ass whooping. That is what I call an old-fashioned beatdown. Welcome on in. A to Z Philly, RB here. The Eagles are dominating 28-0 after 1/2 of football. The Eagles Game Day Show here presented by BetMGM. My gosh, that is how you come out and that is how you set the damn tone. The Giants went and beat the fraudulent Vikings. That's right, I said it. The fraudulent Vikings. They didn't know they were coming into a different beast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Linc. This is the playoff Linc. The Giants haven't won here in almost a decade. And they thought they were going to come into this building and hand it to the Eagles? Oh, come on now. The journey run is done. Now, I get it. We have another half of football. I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, but I'm freaking pumped, man. 28-0. Jalen Hurts looks absolutely incredible, and the Eagles are handing it to the New York Giants. Divisional playoff games, not always the easiest thing, man. Divisional games are not easy whatsoever. We have seen that around the rest of the NFL, and right now the Eagles are sticking it to a division opponent, man. I am pumped. Welcome on in again. It is 28-0 here at halftime on this Saturday evening. And I mean, what else can you say? Everything has gone right for the Philadelphia Eagles, and nothing has gone right for the New York Giants. We'll get to some of the comments here in the chat. Give me a word or a couple words to describe how you're feeling, because I feel like I'm 10 years old running around the living room, jumping and screaming and jumping up and down. I mean, this is crazy, man. This is absolutely amazing. Playoff football is back. We can now throw out the window the rusting. We can now throw out all that, because this Eagles team, they thought Gardner Minshew and this Eagles team were rusty. They thought they didn't have what it took to be a 14-3 team, to show that again. Well, guess what? You forgot about A.J. Brown. You forgot about Devontae Smith. You forgot about Miles Sanders and the MVP, Jalen Hurts. What a game so far, man. What a game so far. 258 yards of total offense in the first half for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts having his way, ladies and gentlemen. The Eagles just went on another touchdown there to end the first half. Hurts punches it in himself. He's 12 for 17, 118 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns. He's got 30 yards on the ground and another touchdown on the ground. You got Boston Scott, the giant killer. Okay, the giant killer had to punch one in. That was the easiest bet you could have ever made in your life. And then you have Miles Sanders. I could almost shed a damn tear. Miles Sanders has 13 carries in the first half for 75 yards. The Eagles offense is playing exactly how they need to play. Shane Steichen, bravo. Bravo, Shane Steichen. He has put together a lethal game plan. The Giants can't get around the edge. They can't protect. They can't do anything. Daniel Jones looks like a deer in headlights in the first half. And can we give a shout out to Hassan Reddick, the hometown man who came back? This is what he came here for, the bright lights. He grew up as a Philly fan. He knows the environment. He's got 2 sacks on the first drive, giving it to Daniel Jones. Saquon Barkley, ladies and gentlemen, has 7 yards at halftime. Saquon Barkley has 7 yards at halftime. The Eagles' defensive line is getting pressure. Bravo to Jonathan Gannon. He's actually bringing pressure. 3rd and 8 on the first drive. You sack Daniel Jones. They decide to go for it on 4th and 8. What do? You bring pressure. Thank you. You have the best defensive line in the league by far. It's a wide margin, and the Eagles' defense is all over them. They're all over them. And, man, that boy James Bradberry, I'm excited for James Bradberry. I'm excited because the Giants, there's always that little bit of juice on top. There's always that extra motivation when the team cuts you for nothing. James Bradbury saw that Daniel Jones pass. They said Jones doesn't turn the ball over. Well, James Bradbury said, yeah, let me go out there and find out. And he takes one away. What a first half for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jones is 6 for 10 in the air, 57 yards. He can't do anything, man. The Eagles have put a complete stomp, and they had 6 offensive drives, and they scored on 5 of them, or on 4 of them. I mean, 4 touchdowns in the first half. 4 touchdowns in the first half. It has been absolutely magical here. Welcome on into A to Z Philly. Let's get to a few of these comments. I mean, the word that I would use to describe this first half is just energetic, man. I'm jumping up and down. I'm having a great time. The Eagles are 1 half away from the NFC Championship. And you know what? Jalen Hurts looks fantastic. The running game is fantastic. The Giants have nothing to counteract. You know, if the Eagles were going into this halftime 14-7 or 17-10, I'd say, okay, right? It's going to be a tough, gritty game. And still, the Giants, I do expect them to score in this game. I do think they're going to try to put something together. I would expect Gannon to get a little passive and try to run some of the clock as we go into the third and fourth quarter. But the Eagles have such a comfortable lead right now. You score 1 or 2 more times, this game is over. The Giants were not coming into the Linc. This is a different beast in the playoffs. Yeah, the people are tailgating since 8 a.m. It has been absolutely incredible. Let's get to some of these comments real quick. Let's see. Defense and offense are dominating. Caleb says that D is full of hungry monsters. Denise says awesome. Karen says awesome. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Jojo says complete the shutout. Yvonne says awesome. Jamie, what's going on? Jay says awesome. Everybody says awesome. I love it. Welcome on in to the show here. Eagles, Giants halftime live. The Eagles are dominating 14-0. Hassan Reddick with 2 big sacks in the first quarter. On the first drive, actually, Dallas Goedert, good to see him back in the mix. Yeah, Devontae Smith with a 40-yard reception on the first drive. It has been magical, man. And, of course, Boston Scott, the little icing on the cake. Now, right now, the Eagles are actually a 27.5-point favorite. I was just looking this up. A 27.5-point favorite. That's the line right now, and the Eagles are 140 to cover that. And I am happy to announce that this show is powered by our brand new sponsor here on A to Z Philly, BetMGM. And you can turn your loss into a win right now with this exclusive offer from BetMGM. All you have to do is download the BetMGM app, sign up for an account, and use the promo code ATOZPA and place a 1-game parlay with at least 4 legs on any of the games this weekend. And if all the legs of the parlay hit except for one, you will get your bet back in a free bet form up to $25. Once again, you get your bet back as a free bet if all of the legs of your parlay hit except for one. So use promo code ATOZPA. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 years of age or older, Pennsylvania only. New and existing customer offer. If you know someone who has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Shout out to BetMGM. Ladies and gentlemen, give me some thoughts. We'll go a couple more minutes here, and we will be back right after the game here on A to Z Philly to hopefully wrap up and talk about a dominating Eagles win. What do they need to do here in the second half? Change nothing. You know the Giants are going to bring some adjustments. That boy Wink Martindale, look, the Giants have had a great year. I don't want to take away their success. All I'm saying is that despite their bright future, they were coming against a different beast. The Philadelphia Eagles are in full domination mode. And I think the most favorite thing about that first half to me is that Jalen Hurts wants it, man. Jalen Hurts is hungry. He is hungry right now. Jalen Hurts is out there. He's not settling at all. He's taking every play in front of him. He's looking downfield. He's using his legs. He's not getting hit that much, which is, that was definitely an interesting thing that we talked about during the week, right? Would Jalen Hurts end up running the ball at all? Would he protect that shoulder? He had a couple nice runs. He had the touchdown run. Every weapon is involved. I feel like A.J. Brown might be the most non-used weapon in the first half, and that is crazy to think about. The line has to hold up. Lane Johnson was limping a little bit. Dickerson went to the medical tent. But, other than those two, hopefully everybody else can stay healthy. And hopefully this flow continues in the second half. Slay, Bradbury, they're doing their job. Gardner Johnson, a couple nice tackles, Blankenship. He slipped on one play, right? There was one bad defensive play where Jones scrambled. He ended up hitting, I forget who it was. I think it was James for like 20 yards. And then the next play, the Eagles defense picks him up. I'm seriously getting Eagles Vikings vibes right now. I'm getting that type of vibe from this game. And to see it in a divisional opponent game in the playoffs, that's huge. So hopefully the Eagles keep this up. Let's read a couple more of the comments. Thank you all for being here. What a first half. Pure dominance. I agree here with Walter. It says dominance. And Merrifield says the run opens things with Sanders and Scott, and Hurts is messing with that front line. Absolutely. And this is why I always preach about Miles Sanders being utilized. He is such a good weapon. What is he averaging? I think he's averaging like 5 yards per carry in the first half. It's been nuts, man. And I would expect the Eagles to try to go with a knockout punch, honestly. Belinda says, awesome. Chris says, yes, sir. Debbie says, Philadelphia Eagles fans, dominance. Amy says, awesome. Ping Boy says, fly, Eagles, fly. Shore says, Eagles fans, amazing. Andrea says, awesome. Let's go. Ellen says, Eagles fans, don't let up. Don't let up. I agree. Go finish the job. Don't let them sneak back in. Don't let them try to make history here. Finish them off. The Giants get the ball first. 3 and out. Score. Put it up 35-0. They thought 44 was bad. Well, we're about to put up 50. How about that? Let's go. Let's get this W, and let's go in and punch our ticket and be the first one waiting for the other teams to play out. Thank you all for tuning into the A to Z Philly halftime show, powered by BetMGM. I will see you all right back here after the game, and hopefully we'll be celebrating a W. Have a great rest of the game, everybody. Peace.